What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Banz here, back again with a delicious video. And today we're going to watch some COCO PUFFS Conspiracy by our boy Alex Bale, the Theory Man, okay? AKA the SpongeBob Theory Man, AKA the man with the plans, as I like to call him. And, well, I shouldn't say man with the plan, but man with the theories, but come on now. There's a lot of men out there, a lot of men and women out there with some good-ass theories, but Alex Bale is just one of them cases where you just gotta say he's very, very special to us. But of course, what I mean said, I know this is different from the low blow compilations that we've been doing on this channel. But he uploaded an hour ago, and you know I can't miss a video by my boy Alex, man. He just know how to keep you on your toes. And with all being said, I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to all that city jazz, and please share this with your friends and family who you think would love to see Alex Bale spill out his theories and pretty much make you rethink how you see things in your day-to-day life. And with all being said, let's hop straight into this delicious content. There we go. Delicious content.
To keep me from going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I'm going to lock him in this chocolatey safe. Cocoa Puffs are everything chocolatey. Cocoa Puffs, I give up. I go for Cocoa Puffs.
There's no escaping chocolatey Cocoa Puff.
I've always thought there was something strange about Cocoa Puff commercials. Most kids' cereal commercials are pretty straightforward. There's a fun, wacky mascot character who wants a certain type of cereal and has to overcome some kind of obstacle to get it.
Hand over those delicious Lucky Charms! Silly!
Commercials in the 2000s, the best. I mean, obviously, it's all based off of, experiences. This is what I grew up with, so it makes sense. I will say it, but not trying to be so biased, but back then, when they come out with these cereal commercials, they were actually very creative when you actually take the time to appreciate what we had at the time.
Rabbit, tricks are for kids!
It's pretty basic stuff. But the thing that's strange about Cocoa Puff commercials is that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird isn't trying to get the cereal, he's actively trying to avoid it.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
If you think about it, Sonny is kind of a struggling addict who's desperately trying not to relapse, but fails every time and ends up destroying whatever building he's in and terrifying the people around him.
Can't control myself? I'm going to
He Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, like crackheads for cocaine.
go for Cocoa Puffs! Go for Cocoa
I
Puffs!
said,
Cocoa Puffs are literally ruining his life, and I think it's kind of weird that that's how General Mills chose to advertise their cereal for children. But
it caught a
whatever,
lot of
these are just
attention, though.
silly 30-second kids commercials that are all
was good
essentially the
marketing.
same. There's no plot or world building. There couldn't possibly be anything here worth theorizing about.
no, there's something.
Right? What if I told you that beneath the surface of these colorful cereal advertisements is one of the most dark and complex underlying narratives I have ever seen in a piece of media? A hidden story of addiction, war, betrayal, and a massive conspiracy about the world Sonny lives in that no one has discovered before today. I promise you that after this, you will never be able to watch a Cocoa Puff commercial the same way again. This is the Cocoa Puffs Conspiracy. Oh no, I've been in a car accident! I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hi, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Alex Bale of YouTube. Can I have money, please?
Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan.
Did you know your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the biggest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of money! The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into all this money. It's almost a good thing that I was injured. Oh, wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me?
You never owe us legal fees unless we're successful.
They're completely free unless I win?
It's a W, but kind of not a W. It's shaky.
Wait a second, I don't know how to hire a
It's
lawyer. That
good.
sounds
It's
too
good.
hard. I'm just a little baby. I don't know how to do that. It's actually super easy, idiot. You can just go to their website and then in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. You can literally do it from your smartphone, dummy. And remember, there's only one Morgan and Morgan. Wait, alright. It's Morgan. There's two of them though. Wait, what? You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Alex. The link is also in the description, or you could scan the QR code with your phone camera. Unless you're watching this on your phone, in that case you'll have to use the link in the description. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan and Morgan and Alex.
Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan.
Also, this video.
I'm just gonna say W sponsor. Well, for him, not me. For my boy Alex Bale. W sponsor. Okay? You did a good job promoting.
Video is not sponsored by Cocoa Puffs or General Mills, and I am not trying to make any claims about the real-life Cocoa Puffs brand. I am just theorizing about fictional lore in commercials for fun and entertainment purposes. Please don't sue me, General Mills. Bye!
I doubt they will actually go that far, but at the same time, this world has people trying to sue you over the most dumbest of crap, so like there are people who will literally sue you all because you didn't pay a phone bill. Like you have roommates who will literally sue you because you didn't pay a phone bill on time. So how is that possible? I don't know, but that's possible. So W move, Alex.
The very first commercials for Cocoa Puffs aired in 1958 and originally featured 3 children instead of the iconic cuckoo bird as their mascot.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train. Ding, ding.
It wasn't until 1962 that Sonny made his first appearance as the bird who goes cuckoo whenever he sees Cocoa Puffs.
Watch out because I'm Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Puff.
This format was very successful, and Sonny has been the mascot for the brand ever since. Since then, he's gone through many redesigns, but the basic premise has always stayed the same. Sometimes he's joined by children, sometimes he's with his grandpa, but he always ends up going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs despite his best efforts to avoid them.
Up here, I won't go cuckoo for my favorite cereal. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
It wasn't until 2004 that Sonny got his most iconic redesign that he's still known for today. And it's these commercials that I'm going to be focusing on for this theory. The more modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
No chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos, part of his good breakfast.
And it's surprisingly complex for just being the backdrop of kids' cereal commercials. They have their own bird cities, bird airports, bird legal systems, they even have a bird military.
Extra chocolatey puffs.
Who want the rat more chocolatey?
Why do the Cocoa Puff commercial birds need a military? Like, who?
Because it's amazing lore potential, man. Like if they want to make a show about the Cocoa Puff bird, it would be so amazing because look, the potential is there. It's there, Alex. That's why you're making this theory, because you see the potential.
Who are they fighting? Are there bird wars? And the entire bird world seems to run on Cocoa Puffs. All the grocery stores sell are Cocoa Puffs. If you go to the opera, they're singing about Cocoa Puffs.
The story of this box right here. The Cocoa Puffs.
Even the media seems to be
Oh, it's different from what I remember. Huh. It's been a long time.
run by Cocoa Puffs.
Extra, extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
So
I've never
obviously,
got to
this
eat-
is a very
never got to
difficult
eat that. I
place
always
for
ate the
someone
regular-
trying to beat
regular
a Cocoa
Cocoa
Puff
Puffs.
addiction. No matter what Sonny does or where he goes, he cannot avoid Cocoa Puffs. He tries to ask people for help, but all they want to do is talk about how great Cocoa Puffs are.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
Why would you want to escape it? Cocoa Puffs are munchy.
Crunchy. Stop it. Chocolatey.
The only person willing to help him is Gramps, his trusted grandpa who's been with him since 1962.
Keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
But even with his help, it's not enough. He tries to go to the store, or the opera, or in a plane, or a deserted island, but wherever he goes, Cocoa Puffs is already there.
Cocoa Puffs!
Sunny even tries to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs, but it doesn't work because apparently they're too delicious.
I find you guilty of being delicious.
Sunny is a very tragic character because of just how much Cocoa Puffs are an inescapable, fundamental part of this world.
Which is crazy about it is how essentially in the theory is like it's saying that Cocoa Puffs are practically a drug. Essentially, but it's not really a drug because it's like if it was that pretty much mean that everybody who that pretty much mean that Cocoa Puffs, everybody's addicted to Cocoa Puffs. I mean everybody's a drug addict, but that can't be the case. But who knows? I want to see where this theory goes. Because so far, I can see what he's saying, but at the same time, there's no telling where Alex is going to go with this. I feel like he's going to open my mind to something that I'm probably had no idea what I'm thinking of.
But it isn't always like this. Occasionally, there are these weird outlier commercials that show a different side to this world, where we see these little moments where the bird citizens are just as afraid of Cocoa Puffs as Sunny is. The first time I noticed this was in a commercial for the new Cocoa Puffs chocolate and vanilla combo cereal.
Extra, extra new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal!
It opens with a newspaper boy announcing the new cereal, but for the first time, people seem kind of disinterested in Cocoa Puffs and just walk past him.
I mean, there are combos after all.
And
It's
then
not
the commercial
chocolatey.
takes a very
vanilla
sudden
too.
turn.
When chocolatey and vanilla combine, there's no escape.
Two massive Cocoa Puffs in the sky crash into each other and begin raining down Cocoa Puffs all over the city. The people start screaming and running for their lives as the entire city is consumed by chocolate and vanilla.
Don't go cuckoo! Don't go cuckoo!
But after Sunny goes cuckoo, we cut back and see that everyone is now enjoying the cereal.
New chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos, part of this good breakfast!
Now in bowls everywhere.
Something has changed. This is not a world where everyone has always loved Cocoa Puffs. I think that this is a world that has been taken over by Cocoa Puffs. And if you don't believe me, we get much more explicit confirmation of this in the commercial for the new chocolatey explosion puffs. I've kind of been...
I'm sorry, I gotta pause right there. When the fuck did they release Cocoa Puffs Extremely Chocolatey Explosion? Explosion Puffs. I don't know if that says Puffs, but I'm sure Alex did say Puffs, Explosion Puffs. When the hell did they release this? Because I don't remember this at all. This has to be like selective places. Because I have never seen these type of cereal before. And I'm pretty sure Alex has seen it either until he started searching up for this theory.
been holding off on showing this one because it is honestly the most insane commercial I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, you are not prepared for what I am about to show you.
Go ahead.
This commercial takes place inside of the Bird military.
I'm sorry, but did I just see a little caption at the bottom say human remains? Okay, I'm interested. Keep going.
Headquarters, where Sunny, as a Cocoa Puffs expert, discusses the dangers of this new type of Cocoa Puffs that's exploding in people's homes.
I'm warning you, it's more chocolatey.
What do you mean more chocolatey?
Yeah.
Picture chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Even more chocolatey than that.
And the military birds look terrified of this and are treating it like a major threat.
Extra chocolatey puffs?
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Just how chocolatey is it?
That'd be crazy if this was actually the Cocoa Puffs were the equivalent of bioterrorism in the cartoons, the Cocoa Puff universe, as I'm calling it, where it's like these are not. This is a biological weapon on the Cocoa Puff universe, where the enemy is trying to get all of them addicted to Cocoa Puffs as a way to slowly take them over. Hey, I'm just saying that's a theory of mine. But let's let Axe cook some more.
And what happens next is I can't even describe it to you.
Actually,
you just have to kind of see it for yourself.
Two Cocoa Puffs.
Just how chocolatey is it?
Cocoa Puffs. That's extra chocolate.
Go for Cocoa Puffs! Go for Cocoa Puffs!
Sonny reveals he secretly brought a box of the explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the military, basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room with chocolate.
It's okay, so it's just like I said, it has something to do with bioterrorism. Oh shit, okay. See, I'm kind of getting what Alex is putting down. I think I do. I might not be, but it seemed like I'm connecting the dots here as it goes on.
And afterwards, we see the main military guy again, except now he seems to be supporting the cereal.
Limited time only.
And even his military stars have been replaced with Cocoa Puffs. Sonny has essentially performed a coup and used Cocoa Puffs to take over the bird military. These commercials are not about trying to sell cereal to kids. They're about the hostile takeover of the bird world from within. But why is Sonny doing this? I thought he was just some guy trying to escape his addiction.
You better keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
Why is he suddenly a sleeper agent working for Cocoa Puffs in this commercial? And who is really behind this takeover? So
the way I see, he plays a 9 times out of 10 he plays a bigger role in this. Where I don't think he's just a crazy kook, like he's actually just a crazy bird. No, I feel like the reason why he's acting the way he is because it's like a persona. He's not actually as crazy as he seems. To us, it's possible that everything he's doing is calculated, or it's possible that he just fell victim to the stuff that he eventually released. Who knows? Or maybe he was once a victim, but eventually they decided to make him a sleeper agent. Who knows? I'm just saying. But it's very possible that everything that he did was just simply a persona, and that he's not really who he is. He's not really crazy for Cocoa Puffs. Instead, it's far more deeper than that.
So, at this point, you might be thinking that these are all just a bunch of random, incoherent, one-off commercials with no continuity or logic behind the things happening. You know, they're just a bunch of wacky, random skits made to sell cereal to kids, and we shouldn't really try to understand them. And you'd probably be right until they released a single commercial that fundamentally changed everything we thought we knew about this world. In fact, this commercial gives us so much new evidence that it is the entire reason I decided to make this theory. Let's take a look.
Cocoa Puffs experiment. How long does it take Sonny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs?
Immediately, this commercial looks and feels very different than the others. Instead of a bird city, we're inside of a very advanced looking laboratory where Sonny is apparently being experimented on with Cocoa Puffs.
Begin countdown now.
So chocolatey! I'm Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa Puffs!
As expected, Sonny goes cuckoo and destroys the lab, but in the final moments of the commercial, we pull back to see who's really running the show. Humans.
Oh,
humans.
Shit. So there are humans in this universe. Okay, now this is interesting.
Are the ones behind this experiment. This world that we thought was only inhabited by intelligent bird people also has humans in it. And now, with this context, we can finally start to put all the pieces together.
I recall. The human war. Oh, wait, there was a war?
So, here is my theory. This is a world where advanced intelligent humans and bird people separately coexist as global superpowers. And I believe humans are the ones who created the Cocoa Puffs. I think we can assume this because we can see humans are running a lab that is clearly making.
Yeah, okay. So it's like Alex Bale said about the bioterrorism. I'm sorry for pausing so much. But it's like Alex Bale said about the concept of bioterrorism, which I clearly call out before he said it, but come on. It certainly makes sense when you take a really good deep look at it. It was only a matter of time before he said something about it. It's probable that the humans literally use Cocoa Puffs as a way to take over the bird civilization. That's the way I see it. And what we see here is that they're manipulating the world, the bird cities, the city with birds. And so far, it's clear as day that this is clearly bioterrorism. The humans are messing with intelligent, with almost human-sized intelligent birds.
And testing Cocoa Puffs. We can even see the chemical structure for Cocoa Puffs on the monitor. So that means that humans are responsible for giving Cocoa Puffs to bird society. And clearly their intentions are far beyond just diplomatic trade. Remember what they were testing for.
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for
Cocoa Puffs?
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? They are specifically testing how addictive the cereal is, meaning humans are intentionally trying to create the most addictive product they can. In the world of these commercials, Cocoa Puffs are not just a delicious breakfast item. They are a weapon created by humans to brainwash and control an enemy nation's population. The fictional in-universe cereal is what I mean,
Yes.
not the real
Not the real one. Not the real one. I will say this as well. Not the real one.
life Cocoa Puffs.
Please don't sue me, General Mills.
We are witnessing an interspecies war between humans and birds, where humans are launching giant Cocoa Puffs at the cities and planting sleeper agents inside of the military. Why is this inside of a cereal commercial? So, these commercials are telling the story of this global Cocoa Puffs war. But I think they're telling it out of order, and this lab commercial is at the start of the timeline, showing us the creation of Cocoa Puffs. The humans use Sunny as a guinea pig to create an extremely addictive cereal, and they even made him the mascot on the box to help sell it to other birds. But why would Sunny go along with this? Well, he doesn't exactly have a choice. Like everyone else, he's just a victim.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's very possible that he's just simply a victim of human manipulation. Cause like we don't know how they got control of him, but it's very easy to see that they probably just looking for a mascot and thought, hey, you know what? This guy like the best option. He like the easy we can manipulate. Let's kidnap him and force him to like our cereal, but also not only force him to like our cereal by being a test subject, but use him as a mascot in order to convince the other birds into eating this so-called delicious cereal that is allowing us to slowly manipulate them. Hey, I'm just saying.
Being controlled by the addictive, brainwashing properties of Cocoa Puffs. All they have to do to activate his programming is just say his 3 trigger words: munchy, crunchy, chocolatey, and he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Why don't we discuss your home? Your real home.
Желание.
Munchy.
12.
Crunchy.
Разве.
Chocolatey.
Солдат.
Я готов отвечать.
He is the human's perfect sleeper agent. And believe it or not, this has all actually been foreshadowed since the very first Cocoa Puff commercial.
Oh, you know what's crazy about it is how it makes a lot of sense, because it makes a lot of sense on why he tries so hard to avoid Cocoa Puffs. The reason why he's trying so hard to avoid it, because it's possible that he is starting to become aware of what is happening. And he's trying to avoid going Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs and literally making his civilization worse. He's trying to save his own civilization from himself, but his civilization slowly being altered by the super addictive cereal that the humanity is giving to them is causing them to end up accidentally saying the words that trigger it every single time. Trigger his sleeper agent within him every time, to where now it just keeps the cycle going. Now I'm just saying that's probably the reason why he hates it so much, because he's starting to become aware of what is happening to him. But no matter what he does, he can't seem to escape it, and that's where it's like he go Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. He just simply can't escape it. It's just like,
remember how I said the original 1958 commercials only featured children instead of a bird? Well, that wasn't entirely true.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train.
In the kid's home, we can see a cage holding a bird. From the very start, Sonny has always been a prisoner to...
Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick and say, I don't really think that's him, but at the same time, I haven't seen the commercial in the past commercials. Cause like, come on now, the only commercial I seen is commercials like these. These and a little bit older, you know, where they still had color. It was still color and everything. The early 2000s. You know, I remember seeing commercials of him in the early 2000s. I don't know about the commercials in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s and all that. I don't know about
humans. And even the 70s commercials show us that it was humans who first got Sonny addicted.
Cocoa Puffs.
Always in the
Cocoa
picture.
Puffs. Munchie
I didn't even notice that. How did I completely forget?
Yahoo!
And if you're still not convinced that this is an intentional hidden narrative inside of these commercials, then let me ask you this. Why did they choose to make the mascot of their cereal a cuckoo bird? Sure, it's partially because cuckoo sounds like cuckoo, but I think there's a deeper reason. What are cuckoo birds? They're brood parasites. Instead of raising their young, they secretly lay their eggs into the nest of other bird species, and once the baby cuckoo hatches, they proceed to kill the other birds and take over the nest from within.
The cuckoo chick instinctively pushes out any other eggs in the nest.
They are literally the sleeper agents of birds. This is exactly what's happening in these commercials. Humans...
I mean, I don't really think they thought of it that deep, but hey, like we said, this is for funsies. And when you actually think about it, there is so much TV show lore potential here. Okay, there is a potential movie or TV show right here, right now. There's so much. There's some lore. There's some decent theoretical lore you cooking up here, and they should take. I feel like they should take advantage of it with their next commercials. They take advantage of it.
Secretly inserted Sonny into bird society, and he took it over from within, just like a cuckoo bird. And the humans didn't just randomly insert Sonny into any old nest. Take a look at the commercial where we see Sonny's grandpa's house.
He keeps Sonny from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room. Perhaps?
They're in a hallway full of what I assume are family photos. And if you look closely, you can see a picture of the main military bird. The humans inserted Sonny into a family with a high-ranking military officer, which allowed Sonny to use that connection to get into the military headquarters and perform the coup. And it worked. Everyone hit by Cocoa Puffs instantly loves them. They own the military, their entire economy and legal system runs on Cocoa Puffs. Humans have essentially colonized and taken over all of bird society.
So yeah, it's like in this theory, it's to pretty much use an example, it's like, say that there's a human civilization that is currently failing, right? And then the government from another country decided, hey, we got money, we got a bunch of resources, that they could use. And the way I see it, how about we use our resources? Use some of our resources, give them these resources, but the way we're gonna do it is that we're gonna put a whole nother country in debt to us through our own endeavors, so that we can create a cycle where they'll give us more of what we want, but in order to keep them from only giving us so much and having to keep this cycle of them keep on giving us stuff, we somehow will create a situation where they'll have to depend on us, so that we can continue to pump our resources towards us in the form of a trade, to where no matter how much they get to us, it won't matter, because they're gonna constantly end up in debt because they're gonna always end up in situations where they're gonna always have to ask us for a certain product or a certain piece of essential resources to their society, to where now they're gonna heavily rely on us for an important essential thing, and because of that, and because we don't want to end up not going away empty-handed, we're gonna have a trade-off to where we get what we want, they get what they want, but we're gonna create a cycle to where they're gonna constantly need what only we have. In other words, something that's like an addictive substance, like Cocoa Puffs here. Like they're using Cocoa Puffs to practically take control of a civilization. But the way they're doing it is that they're making an addictive cereal, which is crazy because technically what it's saying, Human War and the Bird War, is that it's practically saying that first they created the Cocoa Puffs as a way to control them. Then there was a human versus bird war where they started to use more aggressive tactics using sleeper agents, until eventually humans won the war against the birds and took over bird society with Cocoa Puffs, using Cocoa Puffs as a controlled substance to mindlessly blind the birds' perception and their mental state, to where now the human beings can take advantage of whatever resources the birds have. But that is a bit of a stretch at the end. That part at the end is a bit of a stretch, but you kind of get my point here. I am very sorry. I'm trying my best to explain this stuff.
They won.
My opinion.
So now that the war is over, I guess the next question is, what happens to Sonny? Well, he's not a prisoner anymore.
Yeah.
He's free to live a normal life in a world controlled by humans and eat all the Cocoa Puffs he wants. Except now, unlike all the birds around him, he desperately doesn't want Cocoa Puffs.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
Yeah, it's like I said, he's becoming aware of what Cocoa Puffs is doing. Either he's becoming aware, or just like he said, so many birds are eating Cocoa Puffs that he just doesn't want to eat no more. There's nothing about it that makes it special. But most likely, he understands what Cocoa Puffs is doing. He's seen the reality of his mistakes when he sobers up, when the effects wears off, and now it's forcing him into the situation where he no longer is like, oh my God, what have I done? I don't want Cocoa Puffs no more. It's forcing me to lose control of myself. I'm not me when I'm eating my Cocoa Puffs. I gotta get away from it. And that's what we see here. It's like a drug addict it's like a drunk person trying to sober up permanently. Like they're trying to get away, an alcoholic trying to get away from alcohol permanently, but they can't get away from it because they've been drinking it so much that they become super addictive, and now it's just hard for them to quit it. And pretty much that's what we see here.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
But why? Because more than anyone else, Sonny knows the truth about this world.
Yes.
He knows all the horrible things humans have done to bird society, the horrible things he has done to betray his country. So, of course, he would try and reject Cocoa Puffs. But the world he lives in literally runs on the cereal. No matter where he goes, he can't escape his addiction. Remember, he even tried to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs in a bird court of law, but the judge refused to... Wait a second. Why is the judge Sonny's grandpa?
That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he's... chocolate is thicker than blood. Hold on, brother.
Court now in session. I find you guilty of being delicious.
Sonny, this is a fancy restaurant.
That is clearly Sonny's grandpa. Even his nameplate
like
says Judge Gramps. Wouldn't that be like a
him.
major conflict of interest? Like, you can't just be a judge for your own family member's court case, right? And even if we ignore that...
Oh, well, let's be honest. That's probably a plot hole. That we consider a plot hole that didn't make sense, but let's say their society make an exception, okay?
Isn't Sonny's grandpa supposed to be the one character who's actually on his side?
To keep Sonny from going cuckoo, I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room. Cocoa Puffs? Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
Why does he rule against Sonny when he's the only one who's been trying to help him beat his addiction?
Oh shit, yeah, that's a good ass reason. He's trying to keep Sonny away from Cocoa Puffs, but then he's up here trying to defend it. That's make no sense.
Maybe we need to take a closer look.
No. Let me backtrack. Okay, first of all, yes, it seems like he's up to no good. But it's also possible that he likes Cocoa Puffs. But at the same time, he understands how his son or grandson, I'm pretty sure it's grandson, I'm gonna say grandson because I don't remember. I don't remember. My memory is not the sharpest. I remember every detail. But it's possible that he simply just see, hey, Sonny doesn't want Cocoa Puffs, so I'm just keep Cocoa Puffs away from him. I'm gonna still eat it, but I'm gonna keep it away from him since he doesn't want it around. It's the same as a parent, a parent who loves to smoke. Like for example, my mom, she was a smoker. She was a heavy smoker when I was a young lad, and obviously I had asthma. So obviously there are times when my mom was smoking in the car, but I would be in the car with her, and so obviously it's like, well, actually it's kind of different because I was a kid. I can't smoke, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say here. When I say that my mom understood that she can't smoke in my presence, so I would be forced to open up the window a little bit, not a lot, not a lot. Sometimes I could open it up on a sunny day, open it all the way up on some days, because my mom wouldn't really give a damn. But she would always make sure that the smoke obviously exit the car as much as possible so that I don't breathe that in because it's bad for my lungs. Where it's like she wants to smoke, but she also understands taking consideration that I cannot inhale smoke. So she's obviously gonna do her best to keep the smoke away from me. And I feel like the same situation here with Sonny and his grandpa here. I'm assuming, and his grandpa is like, hey, I want my Cocoa Puffs, but I understand you don't want Cocoa Puffs or you can't have Cocoa Puffs, so I'm gonna keep it away from you, but I'm gonna still have it myself. So I'm just saying,
Sonny's grandpa. In one of the commercials, we see Gramps trying to help Sonny by hiding the Cocoa Puffs.
I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
But immediately after, he says this.
I'm not Cocoa. Don't open that door then, because there's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Why? Oh, no, he evil. He said all three words. He said munchy, crunchy, and chocolatey. I'm sorry if I butchered that so hard. I butchered that last word. But look, you see how it triggered him?
Look at him. He's clearly trying to tempt Sonny into getting the Cocoa Puffs. He even uses Sonny's exact trigger words and has a nefarious smile.
Right.
Munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Gramps doesn't want Sonny to beat his addiction. He just wants Sonny to think that he's on his side, but in reality, Gramps is manipulating him. But why? Because I think Sonny's grandpa is working for the humans. Sonny is the mascot for Cocoa Puffs, and if humans are going to continue...
It's possible that the way that they got to Sonny is through his grandpa. It's possible that his grandpa played a bigger role in this whole entire process than we initially thought.
To use Cocoa Puffs to control bird society, then they can't have the mascot on the box actively trying to avoid and discredit the cereal.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me! It turns everything chocolatey, and they make me go cuckoo.
So, they use someone close and trusted to Sonny, like his grandpa, to manipulate him into never breaking free of his addiction.
Well, they're munchy and crunchy.
Oh, I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs!
Just look at Gramps' life. He's got a big house, he eats at fancy restaurants, and he's a powerful judge who can seemingly break whatever rules he wants. Gramps is thriving in this human-controlled bird society, and I think it's because he made a deal with the humans to betray his own grandson.
Exactly.
And once again, Gramps profiting off of Sonny has been foreshadowed since the very first commercials.
Oil? We're rich.
How you gonna get it up, Gramps?
Sonny can't resist Cocoa Puffs. Here, Sonny.
Yahoo! I'm Cocoa Puffs!
His mother, he knows. He's aware that he's Cocoa for Cocoa. He's aware of how strong the substance is. He knows it will drive him crazy and force him to be so easily manipulative and controlled. He controlling his own grandson with Cocoa Puffs. He definitely worked with the humans.
Gramps, Sonny's only parental figure, has always been working against him. But that brings up something else that I've always wondered about. Why is Gramps Sonny's only parental figure? Where are Sonny's parents? Like, even if Sonny was a brood parasite inserted into this family, he'd still have parents before grandparents, right? It feels like someone's missing.
Right.
This may seem like a pointless question to ask for how little backstory we're given about these characters, but there is actually a single insane hidden detail in one of these commercials that unlocks one final damning part to this theory. Remember those family photos that had the military guy in them? If you look closely, the hallway is full of different bird people, all with boxes of Cocoa Puffs, except for one photo that shows a female bird all by herself. And it's the only photo with no Cocoa Puffs. It's a really weird detail to include. But what's even stranger is that when Sonny is about to open the door to release the Cocoa Puffs, the photo changes to show the woman is afraid for Sonny. Sure, maybe this was just supposed to be a cartoon.
I mean, yeah, it's just an interesting detail, but lore-wise, that is interesting. Because it's like the woman is aware of everything, and maybe the reason why she's not in, if she is Sonny's mother, maybe the reason why she's not in the picture is because they had to get rid of her. I'm just saying, or either they had to get rid of her, or she literally just disappeared. She ran away and left Sonny alone. She was
Cartoony way to emphasize the danger, but then why is she the only photo that changes? The birds in the photo right next to her are completely indifferent to Sonny's struggle. This feels like the animators are intentionally trying to tell us something about specifically this female bird that we've never seen before. And trust me, I've checked. She doesn't show up in the background of any of the other commercials. So here is the final part of my theory. I think this is Sonny's mother. Maybe his real mother, or maybe his adopted mother from the whole brood parasite thing. Just like Sonny, she was clearly aware of the dangers of Cocoa Puffs and wanted to avoid them. But unlike everyone else, why don't we see her in any of these commercials? I think it's because she tried to protect her son from the dangers of Cocoa Puffs, and the humans who needed Sonny for their plans murdered her because of it. These Cocoa Puff commercials are not just a bunch of funny little cartoons designed to sell cereal to kids. They are a complex, interconnected story about the horrors of war, addiction, family betrayal, and murder. And if after all of this, you still have the fucking balls to leave a comment saying, "Oh, Alex, I think they're just cereal commercials, you're overthinking this," then let me...
Damn, put him on blast. But for real, guys, one thing about theories you gotta understand is that theories are meant to allow us to think about things in new perspectives and be creative with our own stories and the way that we imagine things, the way we see things from a different perspective. And when it comes to these kind of theories, man, you just can't take it too seriously, man. Okay? In situations like these, it's okay to overthink it when you take the time to realize that this right here, this theory can open up doors to amazing opportunities for the General Mills Cocoa Puffs franchise, you feel me? It can open up amazing opportunities. I know it's weird because it gets real dark, but at the same time, it's like, still, there's potential. And plus, for all we know, rather than saying that the mother got murdered, instead, just say they removed her from bird society. She was hidden this whole entire time. She ran away. She escaped from the crazed Cocoa Puff takeover. And later on, she ended up popping up in future commercials to save her son from Cocoa Puffs. You know what I'm saying? No, mother being a big supportive hero. You never know. But that's just my 2 cents.
Ask you this. Why did they decide to make the characters in these commercials birds? Birds can't eat chocolate. Chocolate is poisonous to birds. The entire bird world is slow.
Okay, calm down, Alice. They're cartoon birds, so it don't really count. Okay, you making me kind of regret the shit I said earlier right now. You're going off the deep end. You're going Coco, man. I think you ate some Cocoa Puffs before this video, and you're going Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs now.
Slowly being poisoned by Cocoa Puffs so that humans are the only dominant species on this planet. Or maybe they're just cereal commercials. I don't know.
Exactly. They're just cereal. It's a good thing, but you're going a little bit too far there, brother.
Hello! Thank you for watching. I got a lot more of these stupid, very in-depth, over-the-top fan theories coming out this year, so subscribe to catch those. Or check out the theories I've already made, because there's some good ones in there. I'd like to give a shout-out to Mr. Nightmind. He recently made a nearly 3-hour-long deep dive into my degrees. So
Okay. Well, yeah, if you want to go watch that, that's on you guys. I don't know if I can. I'm not going to watch this on here because that's clearly way too long of a video. But just like now, it's already way too long of a video. It's like, holy shit, it's almost an hour long. No, it's like 46 minutes long. Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all these jazz, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video, okay? And please let me know if you want to see me watch more of Alex Bale theories. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, these theories are just made for us to be creative and create and just have fun. It's meant to have fun, okay? It's not meant to be taken seriously. You know, you just gotta learn to like let it open up your imagination to new type of theories, ideas. And like if you're a type of person that like to create stories for video games, movies, TV shows, or hell, like what else, like skits or anything, you can use this as inspiration for your own piece of art. And yeah, with all that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next video, okay? Deuces.